I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another review. This is another Patreon request for Bra It Stipe. Again, if you're ever interested in requesting pretty much any type of video, you can do so either requesting it direct PayPal or by joining my Patreon. The links to both are down in the info box. If not, no worries, but if so, thank you so much. But the review for right now is for Outpost Black Sun, which is a sequel to The Outpost from 2008. Dealing with more bunkers and Nazi zombies. But not a lot of the film takes place at the bunker, which is one of the more interesting parts of the first movie. You have the same director, Steve Barker, coming back. And even though the characters can kill the Nazi zombies, which is one of my nitpicks with the first one, because if you can't even kill them, then that takes away a bit of the fun or suspense, because they can't, I don't know, they just, you have a bunch of mercenaries with guns. I want them to be able to do something with them. Here, they're able to, but yet this one just comes off as more boring. Maybe because the actors is even less satisfying to watch here. I mean, the first one, I wasn't huge on the actors, but okay, I recognize Ray Stevenson and Richard Brake, and I don't mind them. And the whole claustrophobic bunker setting. Here, though, the lead is a lady. I mean, she's a Nazi hunter. Okay, that'd be interesting. But then she's a Nazi hunter who can't do squat. She sees this old former Nazi, and she wants revenge for a loved one, but then she can't do anything. And even the old Nazi in the wheelchair's fucking nagging on her, and she can't do anything. The guy dies from a heart attack or something, and then she gets the map, meets up with this other guy, and the two are on the journey to the bunker because they're looking for she's looking for this Nazi war criminal scientist, the other guy for other reasons. And pretty much the two of them, they're on their way and they witness a battle. And you have these soldiers that have an EMP, electromagnetic pulse weapon. That by doing that, the zombies all of a sudden are viable to be killed, and then they can be killed. Which is weird, because the machine was turned on in the first movie. Oh, but my confusion comes in because in the first movie, the machine turned on, it zapped the zombies, they fell to the ground as if they were dead, and then the machine broke down, and then they got back up. Here, it's like a similar type of EMP pulse, but boom, now, no matter what, they can be killed. Okay. It's, I don't know, the look of the film, sometimes it seemed muddy or dark, just muddled. it seems as if the director felt like he wanted to expand on his story in the first movie, but the expansion is bland and boring. It's fairly bland and boring, just like the characters. And some of these soldiers have thicker accents than the mercenaries in the first movie. And then they add in stuff like when they get to the bunker, there's a Nazi hag witch. I'm like, is she trying to be the fucking witch in Army of Darkness? Or that fucking bitch at the end of S-Mart? Lady, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the store. Name's Ash. Housewares. Why is there a Nazi hag witch? None of that was in the first movie. And so, I didn't love the first movie, but what made it semi-watchable was the claustrophobic setting, atmosphere of the bunker. And it doesn't have that. Even when they get to the bunker, I don't know, just the way it's lit, or it loses some of the atmosphere that the first one had. The guy who's at the end of the first movie that got taken away, he's found here, hooked up to the machine, as if he's gonna be a bad guy in the Evil Dead video game. And I shit you not, the guy shoots lightning as if he's Emperor Palpatine. I'm like, is he gonna shoot Luke Skywalker or Rey and then get killed by Rey because Rey is invincible? Because she's the OG of OP, fucking Rey. Might as well be fucking Rey in this. Trying to make you better or worse. So yeah, the guy will shoot at the fucking zombies as if he's Emperor fucking Palpatine. And this lead lady is a lousy Nazi hunter, and she barely does jack all. She barely does anything. She gets to the fort before the actual soldiers that are going there. So I don't know how the hell she got there first before the actual soldiers that you would think they would know more where they were going, but whatever. She tells them, no, don't go that way, go this way. The one guy from the last movie that got taken with Hunt, Emperor Palpatine's the Nazi zombies' ass with cheap ass force lightning effects. Pretty much the only thing she gets to do is that there's this thing, she gets a key, turns it, stops the Nazi zombies, and then it's her, this one soldier, and the guy that was with her near the beginning. But oh, that guy, trick shot, twist, he's actually working for another group. And so he shoots the soldier, shoots the girl, but the girl isn't dead. He thought he killed her, but she lived. But he talks about this whole, there's only one side in war, your own. And I'm going to sell this information of this machine to these people that will give me a lot of money. Because that's what it is. All this machine that can bring back the dead. So now people want it because somehow that's going to make you fucking money. Maybe we got brought back from the dead and you're perfectly fine with skin complexion. Sure. But being brought back from the dead... Well, he's working with other former Nazis, so I guess they want their brethren brought back from the dead. And hey, I know the machine, so I'm going to sell you the info. So I'm going to kill this soldier, and this girl leaves. The girl is able to get out of it. Sometime later, she calls the guy saying, hey, I'm alive. I'm going to come after you. And the folks you joined up with. So it ends with a sequel bait ending. I'm gonna come after you. Who the fuck do you think you are, Neo from the Matrix? Surprised it wasn't in a fucking phone booth. Well, you don't hang up the phone and Rage Against the Machine's gonna play? But, and then you didn't really prove yourself. don't think you're a badass. You're not a badass. How the hell did you prove you're a badass? And there's a moment where she was fucking up the Nazi zombies with guns. Even the one lady in Overlord did that. Where, I said this when I reviewed the previous film. These films make me appreciate a film like Overlord more, which I did enjoy that film. And yeah, I thought the trailer was a bit misleading, but I did enjoy the movie. And these made me enjoy that even more, because I had a better storyline, better acting. Honestly, that had a faster pace than these, and by the end, more satisfying than this. Hell, that lady who's part of the townsfolk that the soldiers met, she kicked more ass at the end than this girl, and this girl's supposed to be the lead. Nazi hunter. It's funny, she's a Nazi hunter, but she didn't hunt one single Nazi in the fucking movie. I guess technically when she turned that one switch. Great, she turned the T. I could turn the T too. That doesn't mean I'm a fucking Nazi hunter. But if she took some guns, knives, sharp sticks, whatever, and did something, maybe I could give more leniency to it. But this girl barely did anything. And then you leave it room for a sequel. And then the next film, yes, there's a third one, is a prequel. So you leave room for a sequel, and your next film is a prequel. What it's called... to be honest, the first one did not even need a sequel in the first place. This is not really something that needed a franchise. And I don't even know why it's called Black Sun. Like, why? I'm trying to figure out, like, why is it called Black Sun? Oh, shit, I typed Outlast. That's a video game. Outlast. Outpost. This came out 2012. Gets a 5 out of 10 IMDb. I would put it like a little bit lower. I mean, it's not one of the worst films ever. But I don't even remember much gore in the film. The action really isn't much to run home about. Hell, go watch Dead Snow 2, which I reviewed. You want to watch Nazi zombies? Dead Snow 2. You don't even need to see the first one. Just go watch Dead Snow 2. I reviewed that. That was fun. That was an entertaining movie. That had a lot more going for it than this. That one was faster paced, crazier, fun. Better gore action. Go watch Dead Snow 2. Go watch Overlord. Hell, go watch Death Watch, which deals with World War One and is more of a ghost story, but Death Watch was more interesting than this. Devolves into tedious trotting around dilapidated German villages. Plays out like a dull mission from a first-person shooter game until a super Nazi hooked up to electricity. Well, he's not really super Nazi. He's a good guy. More difficult to take it seriously. Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't say the acting was bad. I wouldn't say it was the acting's fault. I would blame more the script. I think the direction is... The director actually gave out some interesting lighting when the mercs were outside and the Nazi zombies are staring down. And funny enough, like, these zombies, they made noises, but they did it in the first movie. Now you can kill them. In the first one, you couldn't. And the first one, there were silent killers. Here, they make typical zombie noises. So it's weird. Part of me goes, did you even want to make a sequel to this? I was looking up, what was the third movie called? I think I have to go. Rise of the Spetsnaz, which is a prequel. Different director. It's set during World War II. I didn't. You set up a sequel, but then the next one is a prequel. Then why did you set up a sequel? Maybe because no one wanted to see this boring ass Nazi hunter that did no Nazi hunting. She barely do jack shit throughout the entire fucking film, and bland, boring walking around and some forgettable bits of action. Not really any gore to run home about. I can't remember a single bit of gore. Even the first one had a couple decent kills. One of them pushing a bullet into someone's eye, or a pickaxe going to someone's chest. You don't have any of that in this. You have an old Nazi hag, which, who the hell is that? Where the hell did that come from? So yeah, I wasn't a fan of this movie. I just think there's so many other better options than this. That's just me. Just go watch Dead Snow 2, Overlord, Death Watch. I haven't seen the Nazi one back in the day that Peter Cushing was in. Forget what it's called. That's probably... I wouldn't be surprised if that's better than this. I mean, it's not the worst. I mean, it's not as bad as what Zombie Lake, whatever the hell that was called, but there's nothing much to this movie. Fairly forgettable in my opinion. But thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.